Welcome to your CPA School. We believe in one simple idea. Understand the concept, master the exam. US CPA School is a concept-driven companion for CPA candidates. Today, I want to talk about a core issue that affects thousands of CPA candidates worldwide. This video explains why concept is the true foundation for CPA exam. The CPA exam is not just difficult, it's demanding in the way it tests, understanding, applying, analyzing, and evaluating of the hierarchy of learning. Just take a look for a second. Does this feel familiar? That worried, unfocused feeling? If you are deep into studying for the CPA exam, you know the feeling, right? Studying for hours, but feeling stuck. You put in the hours, you grind through dense, long, and overwhelming textbooks, you solve question after question, yet the fog remains. So ask yourself, are you truly getting the results you want? You are not alone. Trust me, you are not alone. Many CPA candidates spend countless hours practicing questions and memorizing rules, yet confidence remains low. Why? Because this approach creates confusion, not confidence. That super frustrating feeling of having no clarity. Does that sound familiar? And this right here is the important point. This entire struggle has nothing to do with a lack of effort. The real issue, the thing holding so many people back, is the deep, fundamental lack of clarity around the core concepts. You can crank out thousands of practice questions, right? But if you are just pattern matching or memorizing steps without really understanding why behind the rules, none of it truly sticks. That's application without understanding is not true learning. Let's look at the huge difference between actual learning something versus memorizing it. You know, if you don't get why behind the rules, you are basically building a house on a shaky ground. Real confidence cannot be built on a shaky ground. Just like a building, success needs a strong foundation. Without understanding, progress feels stressful and uncertain. Let's look at the incompatible forces. Most candidates are busy professionals with limited study time, and traditional textbooks are long, dense, and overwhelming. So, under this situation, what happened over here? You are not truly learning. Application without understanding is not true learning. What do we do now? You need a method that works smarter, not just harder. The solution strategy. It's a powerful two-part strategy. One that leverages the way our brain process and retain information. First, we need to focus on core concepts to make a strong foundation. The second one is a real game changer. We need to change our learning tool that help us see the concepts, means go visual. Let's discuss one by one. Strengthen the foundation. We need to develop the foundation level from shaky ground to a solid foundation by focusing on core concepts. So first picture shows a broken foundation and the second picture shows a strong foundation. The learning chain shows the relationship among concepts, clarity, and confidence. Confidence is not forced, it is built. Confidence begins with clarity, and clarity begins with concepts. Without understanding core concept, you cannot get strong confidence. So, concept is the starting point. Our concept first strategy shows the importance of concepts. Let's look at the tree. It shows the concept is the root, means foundation. If your root is strong, success is almost certain. When concepts are clear, learning becomes easier and confidence follows naturally. That's why we say concept first, confidence always. We focus deeply on concept layer. This is where true understand begins. Hierarchy of learning shows the cognitive levels, and every level has its own learning pattern. Suppose if you do not remember, you cannot understand. If you do not understand, you cannot apply. This is why foundation level matters. It is where confusion ends and confidence begins. Never compromise the foundation. When foundation is strong, every advanced topic becomes easier to understand and apply. Why hard work is not enough for the CPA exam? The problem is not how hard you are working, it's how you are working. It's time to move from the grind to mastery. We help candidates honestly assess their foundation level. Foundation levels can be categorized into three levels, such as a strong, moderate, and weak. This allows gaps to be fixed early before moving forward with confidence. Two simple questions are the key to assess your foundation level. Question 1. Do you understand the concept? If your answer is no, you are in a position, meaning that your foundation is fragile. Then comes to the second question. Can you visualize the concept? If your answer is no, you are in moderate position, meaning that your foundation has some gaps. You understand the basics but struggle with application or more complex concepts. Remember, if you cannot visualize it, you don't truly know it. This is the real game changer. We change our learning tools. We start using tools that help us see the concepts. We embrace visual learning. This approach is not gut feelings, it is backed by solid science. Our brain is a visual machine, our primary way of understanding the world through our eyes. We are visual creatures through and through. Let's take a quick look at how this works. Get this. A staggering 90% of information transmitted to our brain is visual. Think about that. It is not just about how much information we take in, it's about speed. The human brain processes images thousands of times faster than plain text. Just imagine what that kind of efficiency could do for your study session. And it does not stop here. It has a great impact on memory as well. When we read text, information often stays in short-term memory. But when we see and process an image, it's encoded much more effectively into long-term memory. And for an exam like the CPA, long-term retention is absolutely everything. You need knowledge that sticks. But what if I just show you a circle? Boom, you get it instantly. No mental gymnastics required. And right there, that's the core idea of visual learning. Showing is infinitely more powerful than describing. Let's quick recap the benefits. Visual learning leads to a much better understanding of tricky topics. It keeps you more engaged. It dramatically increases what you remember, and it reduces mental stress that comes with studying. It's a win on every level. The winning combination: a strong concept plus visual tools equals to transformation. Neither of these is a magic bullet on its own. It is the combination that allows you to master the material. A better, clearer, and a stronger foundation. US CPA School developed concepts guide for every module using three visual techniques that may help candidates understand the concepts. When concepts are clear, application becomes logical. Candidates will benefit greatly, not just to pass the exam, but think like accountants, learning that fits your life. If you are not at a strong level, you must check your foundation level. If you are at moderate level, your foundation has some gaps. If you are at weak level, your foundation is fragile. For moderate level, meaning that you understand the basic but struggle with application or more complex concept, reinforcement is necessary for you. If you are at weak level, meaning that there are some significant missing pieces in your understanding, rebuilding from the ground up is recommended. Fix your focus. Confidence begins with clarity, and clarity begins with concepts. If you are at either a moderate or a weak level, you must improve your foundation level first before moving forward. USCP School introduces a wonderful idea. Concept first, confidence always. If you seek our support, we are here to support your CPA journey. If you want to take a copy of sample, you may contact us. We can be reached out at uscpaschool@gmail.com. I will also provide a link for contact form in the description box below. If you like this video, please like, share and subscribe to stay with USCPA School and help those who want to improve their foundation. Good luck.